Here we go. Pepper
So,
2.
Pepper 2.
Mm.
2 of 1.
Yeah, that's a weird story.
Yeah,
So,
apparently there's no Pepper 1, at least not that I could tell.
okay, okay.
Okay,
So
so this is your
I'm
first go.
controlling this little alien-looking guy, and it's very. It reminds me in some way of Pac-Man, in some way of Kicks, because
Yeah,
it feels like the Pac-Man mazes with the ghosts, and when you pick up or encapsulate certain power-ups, you can actually chase the ghosts and eat them. But it's also like Kicks because you need to color in the fields so that you can fill them. And if you go over a path that you've gone over before, they're like these zippers. Then you
yeah.
unzip them again, and that means you need to go over that path again to actually make it work. But a weird thing, notice that I'm at maze 2 now. I didn't finish maze 1. You can go to maze 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the get go. It's just there are exits at the north, east, south, and west sides. You can just go there.
Yeah.
That,
Well,
that
I
really,
mean, it's. I think this is part of that. It's a bit of a. Uh, I don't want to say. Yeah, it's a bit of a trend of trying to give people access to the more difficult levels because you got players who don't want to have to repeat the easy levels over and over again.
yeah, it could be, of course.
We saw that with Tempest, where you
Yeah,
had this option at the beginning of choosing, one of like 12 different settings of where to start in the game,
yeah.
and so it makes sense that they would put something like that in here. Now, how are the controls feeling on this?
It feels good. I think there's only one thing. Sometimes when you, yeah, he moves quite quickly from point to point. So as soon as you start moving, he'll move to the next point in the maze there, and you need to stop him sometimes to change his direction. Sometimes I felt like he was doing that just with a slight bit of a delay, which
Hmm,
meant I would run into a ghost where I thought I had evaded it. But apart from
gotcha.
that, it definitely takes some getting used to because as you notice, he's moving quite quickly, and I mean you don't need to touch the controls very much to be running around this. Look at that! I just went through the exit by accident. That's gonna happen a
And you
lot of
turned into a
times.
demon for a moment.
Yes, I'm not sure what that's all about actually.
Well,
So look at
uh,
that! I just
yeah.
finished that quadrant. I should have gotten the power up, but the power up only gets there like half a second later, and then you can pick up the ghosts.
You picked up, you closed in a territory that had a little devil's pitchfork,
Yep.
and
That
that's
could
what
be
gave you
why.
the power up.
Hmm. Yes, yes. If you enclose, also when you enclose that safety pin, so
Yeah.
safety pin or the trifork or whatever there is, if there's something you can enclose, you get the power up. And this is actually, as with most of these old arcade games, quite addictive. Simple but addictive gameplay.
Mhm.
So I really enjoyed this. Actually, it was good fun, and I got a bit possessed. I needed to get through the first level, so I really worked hard on trying to do that, and I tried to avoid walking into mazes 2, 3, or 4. But as I said, the controls can be a bit finicky, so sometimes I'll just run in there and run back again.
Interesting. Now, the weird thing, and the one that caught my eye when I was first looking through this game, because I'd never heard of it before personally, the ads for it in the trade magazines. So
Yeah.
these were the flyers for not the arcade goers, but the people, operators who would be buying the game.
Hmm.
And here, I posted a link to it. I'll put this in the show notes as well. It's a weird picture of what looks to be like a teenage girl of the 80s with the sweater tied around her neck and stuff. Um, and she's got a little demon and a little angel on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple of thoughts you can have here, which is the zipper idea. So, is this the the angel is the one closing zippers,
Could be.
and those little enemies are look kind of like testicles. There's all sorts of stuff, and then there's the red gobbler guy coming
Yes.
around. So you could start running all sorts of weird conjectures about what they're trying to do with this here.
I gotta say,
Uh,
my mind didn't go there, Carl, but you did. You did.
that's what I'm here for those deep thoughts,
Yes.
the kind of insights that other video game podcasts will not give you.
Mhm.
Um,
See, I was just trying to clear the screen, but okay. Oh, happened again.
yeah. It's kind of weird. This game. I mean, the complexity of the mechanics are quite interesting with the zipper effect and stuff.
Mm.
But at the same time, graphically, it almost looks like it's CGA graphics.
Yeah, it does. It's really primitive, even for 82, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this we're talking here. A year after, or almost a year after Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to ask, that your character is simply one color and you can see everything through it.
Yeah.
Is really it is a level behind everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems to be, but it's still really playable. I mean, if they tweak the controls just a bit more, because they are quite finicky, it would have been a great game. As it is now, I want to spend a bit more time with it, because it's good fun. It's good fun.
Yeah,
And
and
I
I'm
do
trying.
love kicks, and I like Pac-Man as well. So yeah.
It is an interesting hybrid of the two.
Mm.
Yeah. I think the little red guy actually just undid the zippers that you were putting together.
Yeah,
Your
yeah. If you haven't closed off an area, the monsters can undo them. Or the big monster can undo the zippers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Again, I'm totally going with my theory of the storyline on this.
So have a look at that. I just went into the wrong screen again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course
Controls.
the zippers are undone.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's painfully CGA.
There we go.
Woohoo! Yeah, good
First
job.
level done. And then I can enter Maze 2. And of course immediately die, I guess. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, that happens.
It is a tough game. It is a tough game.
And there's no continues. It's not like you can
Nope.
continue from where you left off.
Oh, no.
It's...
And there we go. That was my 7 minutes in heaven.
Dude, well done. Let's get back to the show and keep discussing this title.
Yes.